What are attachment styles in a relationship? Was my ex's relationship style toxic in nature? Can my relationship with parents in the past, my upbringing, impact my current attachment styles? Or is my past relationship impacting my current relationships? If you have these questions in your mind, let's try to answer them in today's video.
My name is Anmol. I'm a mental health practitioner, counselor, psychologist, career coach, and life skills trainer. I'm here to share my insights and learnings with you to tackle life challenges and attain your highest potential. Let's create balance in your life.
Hi everyone, I hope all of you are doing great. Welcome to my channel Ask Life with Anmol, where we try to create balance in your life and understand some psychological concepts. The topic that we have chosen today is very important to form a healthy relationship, that is attachment styles. Now, attachment style is a bond that we create with our parents, our friends, or our better half. Attachment styles differ from our parenting styles, our upbringing, and the different situations we have been into. First, we will try to understand the attachment style with the help of an experiment. Then we will try to understand attachment style based upon the relationship. And in the end, we will give you a tool to find out whether you are in a toxic attachment style or you are in a secure attachment style. So stay till the end. So let's try to understand an experiment done by Mary Ainsworth to understand attachment styles between mother and the child. Here the child that she chose for experimentation were between 18 to 20 months of age. What she did, she asked child to play with the mother in a room, and the experiment was called as strange situations. Then a stranger came into the room and stranger had an interaction with the mother. The child saw that interaction, and after some time mother left the room. And what happened, the interactions of the child and the stranger were noted, and after some time mother was called in the room, and again the behavior of the child was noted towards the mother. So according to the behavior of the child, when only the stranger was present and when the mother came back, were divided into 4 categories of attachment style. What were these 4 categories? Let's try to understand them. Now, the first attachment style which was observed from this experimentation was secure attachment style. So these infants who had secure attachment styles, when they entered the room, they explored different places in the room. They had confidence in the mother. They were looking towards the mother again and again till the time stranger came. And when the mother left the room, they were unhappy for some time. But when the mother came back to the room, they were unhappy with the mother, but they were soothed and they became calm after mother was back. So this showed secure style of attachment of the infant towards her mother. Second style of attachment is avoidant attachment style. Now these babies who had avoidant attachment styles, they were very indifferent. They had no connection with the mother. When the mother came into the room, right, they were exploring places, but they did not have any concern whether mother is leaving or not leaving. And they also were indifferent to the stranger's presence in the room. When the mother came back, they did not need any soothing from the mother. So that showed least interest towards the mother as well as the stranger. So this attachment style was called avoidant attachment styles. Third attachment style was anxious attachment style. Now anxious babies who had this attachment style were babies who were very indifferent. They had mixed feelings. So they were very difficult to soothe when mother left the room. They were very apprehensive of the stranger in the room. They were not willing to explore and wanted to come back to the mother. They rebelled. They showed a rebellion behavior when mother was leaving also. They started crying. And after the mother came into the room, They again had mixed feelings. They again were very hard to soothe. They were kicking their mothers, they were upset with the mothers, and at the same time, they wanted the mother back. So that style is known as anxious attachment style. The fourth attachment style was disorganized attachment style. Now these babies who had this attachment style were very confused how they should behave. When they were left in the room, they were very fearful whether they should explore or not, who is the stranger, why mother is leaving. So some of the behaviors which were shown here, they are related to inconsistent caregiving and some trauma. When these disorganized infants would approach her mother but with their eyes turned away from her, as if afraid to make eye contact. In general, these infants seemed fearful and showed a dazed and depressed look on their faces. So this was disorganized style of attachment. Now why babies were showing these different four styles of attachment? Because their mothers also interacted them in the same way. If we talk about secure attachment styles, so secure mothers were showing love and affection towards the baby's actions or needs. If we talk about avoidant mothers, right? So avoidant mothers had very unresponsive, insensitive, and coldly rejecting behavior with the child. Anxious attachment style babies had mothers who gave mixed responses. So sometimes mother tried to be responsive but was inconsistent and insensitive towards the baby's action, often talking to the infant related to some topic which was not what the baby was asking for at that particular point of time. And lastly, if we talk about the mothers of disorganized attachment styles, they were found to be very abusive, whether they were abusive physically or mentally, or neglectful in interaction with the infants. So you see here what we have done. In this experiment, we understood how child is behaving based upon what care has been given to them. So this was the base of attachment style. Now let's try to understand how does it relate to the partner, these attachment styles. Now, how these attachment styles are impacting the current relationship. Today we have social media. Today we have dating apps. We can get our partners or crushes or attachments, right, just a click away. So what it has done, the one attachment style is coming from your parents. That impacts your relationship a lot. But second attachment style is coming from your partner. What kind of attachment style is related to your partner and their childhood? So let's try to understand them. So the first attachment style you can explain here is secure attachment style. How does it look like? People feel comfortable with independence and autonomy. They give full independence and autonomy to themselves and the partner in the relationship. They give reassurance to the partner in the relationship. They always tend to have positive views of themselves and the others. So these were the secure attachment style. Then comes anxious attachment style. Now anxious people crave for closeness. At the same time, they fear abandonment issues and rejection, leading to clinginess and over-dependence. So you might have seen people creating dependency-based relationships, right? So they don't want any confrontations or negative emotions in the relationship. So either they will have mixed opinions about the relationship. One day they would be very close to the partner, they want a relationship, and on the other day they are very neglectful. They don't want a partner. They behave very strangely. So that is our anxious attachment style. Third attachment style is avoidant attachment style. These individuals value independence more and often surpass emotions, avoiding close relationships to maintain a sense of self-sufficiency. So people who are workaholics, right, they just care about themselves. They are too self-absorbed. They have avoidant attachment styles. They neglect their partner, they neglect their partner's needs. They are just there for the namesake. That is the avoidant attachment style. And lastly, the disorganized attachment style people, they are both anxious also and they are avoidant also. They fear intimacy but also fear being alone in solitude, often resulting in trauma and inconsistent caregiving. And these people often have depression, anxiety, or other psychological disorder issues in the future. So these are the adult version of attachment style. You need to understand how your ex's or previous partner and your caregivers is leading your attachment styles. Now let's try to find out what was your ex's or past relationships attachment style if you are not in a current relationship. If you are in the current relationship, you can assess these behaviors with your current partner. So let's try to find out if you had a secure attachment style ex or not. So some of the behaviors of secure attachment style for your ex are: your ex was emotionally available and supportive. Both of you communicated openly about any discussion topics. You were not delaying topics so that you don't have a fight with them. Conflicts were resolved in a more mature way without, giving a negative connotation or giving or lowering the self-respect of the other person. And lastly, even after breakup, they may have been mutual respect and closure. So the closure was given to you in that relationship, right? So these were the behaviors of your secure attachment style for your exes or your current relationship. A simple example, if I have to give you, an ex who made you feel safe and encouraged your growth and could talk through issues calmly. Second attachment style is anxious attachment style. Now, if you had an ex who needed constant reassurance that you are in the relationship, you will not cheat him or her, right? And they always needed validation that you love them, that is anxious attachment style. They were overly jealous or insecure about your interaction with others, right? So whenever you go to a party or in another place or at your workplace, you're interacting with a female or a male, they used to get jealous, right? They thought that you were cheating on them. So if they had these emotions, they were having anxious attachment style. They would overanalyze your responses or panic if you didn't reply quickly in your texts. And lastly, the relationship may have felt emotionally too draining for you, right? Due to their needs of closeness. An example, if I have to give you for anxious attachment style of your ex, an ex who texted excessively, feared you would leave them, and overreacted to small changes in the relationship. Now, let's understand the third attachment style of avoidant attachment style of your ex. Let's see some behavior. Your ex was uncomfortable with deep emotional conversations, right? Your ex had commitment issues with you. Whenever you told them, let's get married or have a serious relationship, they would get afraid or they would change the topics. They avoid commitment, pulled away from when things got serious. They valued their independence more than relationship. They would tell you that let's focus on the career. Why are we focusing on the relationship? Now these kind of people mostly have situationships or casual relationships more because they don't want to get into the emotional side of the relationship. They don't want to take the responsibility of a relationship. And lastly, they shut down during conflicts rather than working through them because they don't care about the relationship at the end of the day. They are just there to have fun. So one example can be an ex who was hard to read, kept you at arm's length or suddenly withdraw when things got close, right? So that is avoidant style of attachment for an ex. Now last attachment style is disorganized attachment style of your ex, which consists of mixed signals or inconsistent behaviors, right? So some of the behaviors are your ex both craved and feared your intimacy. They might have been affectionate in one moment and very distant in the other moment. They had past trauma and unresolved conflicts from the previous relationship. The relationship may have been very intense but unstable in nature. So at one point of time, they will love you, they will be into you, right? But at the same time, they might feel that they are in the wrong relationship, right? They might leave you. So that is our disorganized attachment style for your ex. So now I hope you understand what was the attachment type of your ex. Now you might have a question: can the attachment style of my previous partner impact my current relationship and my behavior? The answer to this is yes. So let's try to understand how our attachment style change according to our partner's or ex's attachment style. So if you were with a secure partner, you felt safe in that relationship, you were feeling valued and emotionally supported. Then You learned about healthy communication and emotional regulation. You develop confidence in relationship and trust in your partner. Second, if you were with an anxious partner, you may have felt overwhelmed by their constant need for assurance, right? You always used to tell them that I love you, we are in a good relationship, everything is going well, everything will get sorted. But they never listened to you. If you were secure, you might have started feeling trapped or drained. Your energy might have let you down in that relationship. You could develop avoidant tendencies, right? If you were with an anxious partner. If you were already anxious, their insecurity might have reinforced your fears of abandonment. You would have felt that this person might leave me at any point of time. Then, if you were with an avoidant partner, you might have felt rejected in that relationship, right? Emotionally neglected, you might have felt that they don't understand you, they don't understand the emotions, they were always there for just the casual fun or stuff. That is with an avoidant partner. If you were anxious at that particular point of time, their distance could have intensified your need for closeness, right? You might have become more anxious in that relationship. You could have developed avoidant tendencies, right? You may struggle with trust and fear of rejection in future relationship. So avoidant partner always create trust issues in the other partner. You are not never able to form relationships if you had an avoidant partner in your ex. And lastly, if you have both fearful, avoidant, disorganized attachment style partner, the relationship was very unpredictable for you, right? With intense highs also in the relationship, but also painful lows. They might have pulled you in and pushed you away repeatedly, giving you mixed signals. If you were secure, their behavior might have destabilized you over time. Your emotions. You might have developed trust issues, deep fear of abandonment. You might be even able to open up with other people around you. You might have developed yourself fearful, avoidant traits in your relationships. So this is the impact which your attachment styles deviates from your partner's or ex's attachment style. So let me take you through a story how this person changed her attachment style with the toxic attachment style of her past or ex. So let's meet Aisha. Aisha is 28, had a very secure attachment style with her upbringing and parents, right? Her parents gave her security, her parents gave her confidence, right? And then independence to move in the career. So she had an secure style of attachment. In the past relationship, she communicated her need, trusted her partner, and handled conflicts in a healthy way. Aisha met Rayan. Rayan is 30 but had fearful, avoidant, or disorganized style of attachment due to past trauma of childhood and toxic ex. At the beginning, Rayan was very affectionate, charming, and deeply connected with Aisha. He seemed to crave emotional closeness with her. Over time, however, he started withdrawing emotionally whenever things got serious. So whenever Aisha told, let's get married or take this relationship in a more positive way or in a serious way, he used to withdraw from that relationship. Aisha tried to communicate her emotions and relationship issues with her, but Rayan always gave mixed signals to her. Somewhat he wanted her close, other time he used to push her away. Whenever she tried to address the inconsistency, he would either shut down, panic response, or avoidant response, or become anxious, making her feel guilty what she is doing for bringing it up, right? What Rayan was doing, he was accusing Aisha of bringing the negative part in the relationship. What happened to Aisha in this relationship? Aisha initially stayed calm, believing that Rayan would change, but his cold and hot behavior began affecting her self-esteem and emotional security. She started developing anxious tendencies. She started seeking reassurance and overanalyzing his words and action. If he didn't text back immediately, she worried she had done something wrong. She messaged her in the wrong tone or in the wrong manner. Second, she also tried or having avoidant tendencies develop. She learned to suppress her emotions to avoid conflicts, because whenever she used to express the emotions, the Rayan would take it in a negative way. She stopped expressing the emotions. She feared expressing her needs would drive him away. And lastly, she developed loss of trust in a relationship. She began questioning love itself, feeling confused whether am I in the right relationship or not, right? So if you see in this story, Aisha having a secure attachment style because of Rayhan now had an anxious, avoidant or fearful attachment style. So you see in this story, your ex, your current partner can change your attachment style from a healthy one to a toxic one. So it's very important to understand your current partner's attachment style. So we have developed a psychologically tested tool. I want everyone to carry yourself a pen and a notebook for this test, and in the end you will be able to find out which type of attachment style you have currently in your relationship. So let's start. Now I want you to consider a relationship, whether it is your current relationship or your past relationship, for which you want to check what attachment style the person had, right? So there are 20 statements in this, and I will show you all the statements on screen. And for each statement you have to answer in this scale which is given to you on screen. 1 is strongly disagree, 2 disagree with the statement, 3rd is neutral to the statement, 4 agree, and 5 strongly agree to the statement. Please answer the statements within 5 seconds or maximum 10 seconds so that you can answer them as authentically as possible. So answer these statements according to the scales given to you. First question, my partner is comfortable expressing their emotions to me. Second question, my partner seeks physical and emotional closeness during distress. Third, my partner trusts me completely and expects the same in return. Fourth, my partner avoids deep emotional conversations. Fifth, my partner worries that I might leave them. Sixth, my partner becomes distant when I express my feelings. Seventh, my partner is comfortable depending on me and vice versa. Eighth, my partner needs constant reassurance about my love. 9. My partner enjoys spending time together but also values independence. 10. My partner becomes anxious if I do not respond quickly to messages. 11. My partner prefers solving problems on their own rather than seeking my support. 12th question. My partner is comfortable discussing future plans with me. 13th. My partner sometimes acts overly clingy or possessive. 14th. My partner finds it hard to fully trust people, including me. 15th. My partner expresses affection openly and consistently. 16th. My partner sometimes withdraws emotionally when stressed. 17th. My partner believes that emotional closeness can sometimes feel overwhelming. 18th. My partner shows jealousy easily and often fears abandonment. 19th. My partner balances emotional intimacy and personal space well. And last question, 20. My partner avoids relying on me for emotional support. You can pause this screen also, pause this video also if you want to go back to the previous question, but your answer sheet should look like 1, 4, 2, 5, 3, 3, 4, 2 in that same way according to the scale, and try to answer them as authentically as possible. Now I hope you have answered all the questions. Right? Now how will you score them? I want you to add the scores for these specific items. For secure attachment, write down and add the sum of the scores 1, 2, 3, 7, 9, 12, 15, 19. For example, for one statement you have given 5 marks, 2 statement you have given 4 marks. So 5 plus 4, 9, 9 plus third question you have given 4 marks. So 9 plus 4, 13. So like this, add your scores for 1, 2, 3, 7, 9, 12, 15, 19. Second, for anxious attachment, add the scores for 5, 8, 10, 13, 18 serial number items. Third, avoidant attachment style, add 4, 6, 11, 14, 16, 17 and 20 items. And lastly, for disorganized, fearful avoidant attachment style, add the scores for 5, 6, 10, 11, 13, 14, 16, 17, 18, 20. So you can pause the video again, get your scores for these respective items which are given to you, serial number items, and let's go to the interpretation after you're done with the scoring. Okay, I hope all of you got the scores for the attachment styles. So for secure attachment, if you are scoring 28 to 40 points, right, in any of these areas or range, your partner has a healthy balance of closeness and independence, expressing emotions, and there's a trust in the relationship. So well done on that. Anxious attachment, if you have got anxious marks 15 to 25 points, your partner might have fears of abandonment, needs constant reassurance from you, and display clingy behavior. For avoidant personalities or avoidant attachment style, if you have got 18 to 30 points, that's high, your partner might struggle with emotional intimacy, prefers independence, and withdraw from deep emotional conversations. And lastly, if you have got avoidant 20 to 35 points, in this range you have got your partner experiences both a desire for closeness and a fear of it also, leading to inconsistent behavior in the relationship. So you see which one is dominant in this area. If it is low marks from this, so for example, if you in the secure attachment you are getting less than 28 marks, anxious attachment less than 15 marks, then that attachment style is not present for you. I hope you got an idea which attachment style you are having in the current relationship and how it is impacting your personality and your relationship. I hope you got an understanding of attachment style, how it is impacting your current relationship, what was the attachment style of your ex, right? If you like this video, please share it with your friends and family members so that they understand and have a better relationship, whether it is with their partner, friends and family members. Like this video, share this video with your friends and family members, and subscribe to my channel Ask Life with Anmol for more such videos. Keep growing.